How you doing? It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother. As you can see, I am. I am your tarot fairy godmother. And we are live today. It is Thursday, and that means it's time for the Tarot Topics Weekly newsletter. I am your tarot fairy god. Happy to see you. Glad that you are here. Thank you so much for being here. And we're starting off, first of all, with a super sticker from Lisa Harmon. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. We really, really appreciate it. And Betty Flesher, you got your membership straightened out. Thank you so much for being a continued member of this channel. And thank you to all the members here. So happy to see you and so glad that you are here. Claire, do you like that? You like my illustration? I think that's fun, right? Having fun with it. All right, my friends. Do you get the Tarot Topic Weekly newsletter? It comes into your inbox every Wednesday and we do a different topic. That's why we call it Tarot Topics. This week, opportunities for joy. Here's what I have realized, that even in difficult times, even in grief, no matter what, there are always these moments of joy. You know, maybe you're in a bad mood, and you go outside and the sun's out and it's a beautiful day. Or a song comes on the radio that you really like. Or you have a nice conversation with a friend. Just a little thing. And that doesn't make all the bad stuff go away, but it sure does help get you through the day. And I feel like in a lot of ways, life is just a series of moments, right? And some of those moments are difficult, and some of those moments are joyful. And if we look for those opportunities for joy, we make things better. And so that's what we're talking about here. The opportunities that we have for joy. And that's where we want our questions. Those are the questions that we're doing today. And I see a lot of you have gotten your questions in. Before we switch over to CardCam and begin doing the readings, I want to remind you, we got tarot class tonight. You can come in on Zoom if you happen to be local. You could join us in person in Palm City, but you need to get a ticket. The link for the ticket, as well as the link to read the newsletter, subscribe to the newsletter, all that, it's right in the descriptions. So get your ticket and join us. Join us at Zoom tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Or if you happen to be local and want to join us in person, you could do that too. Our class is a minor arcana class, focusing on the elements, the numbers, the stories that we see, how we find truth in the minor arcana. And tonight you will hear sort of my big argument about the minor arcana. People often say, well, the minor arcana is just the day-to-day stuff. And yes, it can talk about day-to-day stuff, but you know what? It can also talk about deep, important stuff too. And so we'll be looking at all the ways those 40 minor arcana cards can speak to us. And the great thing is, once you have a handle on those minor arcana cards, those 4 suits, 10 each suit, 40 cards, you've got more than half the deck. And so if you are an experienced reader, you're going to learn some things and some tricks you didn't know before. If you're a new reader, well, you're going to get a really good handle on these very important 40 cards. So get your ticket and join us for class tonight. We really want to see you there. All right, so it is time. Let's go over to CardCam. Yes. Here we go. CardCam. There we are. Everyone tell me you are experiencing CardCam as it is meant to be experienced. You can see me, you can see the cards. You can see our awesome background meant to remind you of StarCon, our annual conference. And let's get going. Teresa, the class announcement, it's tonight. The link for it is right in the description. And we're doing the Minor Arcana on Zoom. So you need to get a ticket, so get it. And Jean says it's working. We're all working. We're good. And today we are working with one of my favorite new decks. This is the Pocket Edition Aunt Lily's Tarot deck. And, okay, good. Lots of confirmation on card cam. And let me know, too, I've got, like, the next time you happen to be in my office that we're not doing a class, you'll see the studio. We're really building out the studio here. So now I'm working with my fancy mic. Tell me how I sound. Do I sound okay? Am I synced up? Let me know. Let me know about the sound. You folks are my, I trust you. Trust you. Let me know. All right. So let's get going. Good to see all of you here. And of course, a special shout out to all of our members. Let's, people always ask me, well, how do you shuffle? Badly, apparently. Okay. And Jean Teresa says the tech is all good. Well, I'll report that to John. Excellent. Pamela, thank you. Thank you. Lisa, appreciate it. That is, it's so funny because you put the time and the energy and the money into new tech, but then it takes a minute to get it to work. And you're like, what did I do this for? But when it works, you remember why you did it. All right, let's get to it. All right, we're going to roll back. And once again, Lisa Harmon, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. And of course, super chats, super stickers, these are ways you can support this broadcast. We're also really grateful to all the members. You can see who the members are because their names are in green. Members are people who make a monthly commitment to this channel. If you're a subscriber and would like to have access to some extra stuff, extra videos, extra live streams, and to support this channel, consider becoming a member at one of 3 levels. We have Aces, Stars, and Suns. And other ways to support this channel, like this video, and tell your tarot friends about this channel. I am really sure, and someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anyone is really doing what we're doing on YouTube. Lots of great tarot channels, but no one's doing what we're doing. So bring your tarot friends. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to do these in the order that I see them. Get the mouse out of the way. All right. And the first question I see is Pamela's insight. What joyful message does Spirit have for me? Ooh. So isn't that interesting? And the interesting thing about card cam is normally with these kinds of questions, I don't talk about the cards at all. But since you're seeing the cards, I sort of want to say, well, look, you got the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups reversed, the Fool. So the joyful message for you is that, Pamela, you're an emotional person. You feel things very deeply, and you have to be conscious of your feelings, and you have to honor your feelings. But you also have to be able to transmute your feelings. And you transmute your feelings best when you honor your inner child. When you do things that make your inner child happy, that's where you have the most joy. And I think so often you have had people around you who haven't really listened to you, who haven't been interested in what you have to say or don't understand what you have to say. And that really steals your joy. So, what my mother would say is don't cast your pearls before swine. In other words, if you're talking to people who you know don't get you, don't give them the pleasure of your wisdom. Give us the pleasure of your wisdom because we get you. All right. Hallie Mammon. Could I please tell you what you could do to make yourself happy? What a great question. I love that. All right. Let's see what we got here. What you could do to make yourself happy. Don't make it be about men, okay? Don't make it be about love relationships, what's working, what's not working, what you got going on, what you don't have going on, because happiness is an inside job. You can be happy with someone, you can be happy in a relationship, you can be sad because you don't have a relationship, but don't rely on any outside person to make you happy. You got to do that yourself. And I think you have to look at what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. What you're doing for work, what you're doing for money, what you're doing for creativity, what you're doing in your home. Look at the things you're doing on a day-to-day basis and see what makes you happy there and what doesn't make you happy there, and see how you can take better control of that, the things you can control. That's what you need to look at. So Claire, what a beautiful question. Claire, thank you so much for being a member here. What a great question. How can I increase joy in others? How can you share joy, spread the love? I love that question, and it doesn't surprise me at all that that would come from you, because I've met you and you are that kind of person. And honestly, the answer is hold space for people when they're not feeling joyful. Acknowledge their difficulties, acknowledge their feelings, hold that space. Don't hold people responsible for being joyful when they're not feeling joyful. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but that will help others have more joy. We have like this idea that if people are feeling sad, we need to cheer them up. And it's nice when we can. But what your cards today are saying, Claire, is sometimes it's not about cheering people up. Sometimes it's about just holding space for how they're feeling, and then they will find their cheer on their own. Okay, and just saying hi to a few people here. Smile Soul 20, Von Ray, Lisa Harmon. So nice to see you all, and thank you to all of you for being members of this channel. Okay, Jeannie Mnuchin, thank you for being a member. Joyful messages from the universe today, tra-la. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Jean, here's your joyful message. All of your hard work, all of the things that have not gone your way, all of the ways that you have not been heard or understood, all of the things that cause you anxiety, all of these things that have been like hallmarks of your life are not for naught. They're not for naught. All of those things will come together. They give you experience, they give you knowledge, they give you strength. It is your school. You've been in school all your life. And right here, right now, these things are coming together to give you your moment in the sun, to give you your moment in the spotlight. So your voice will be heard, your message will be heard. You are getting out there. You're doing it, girl. All right. Melissa Grosso, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being a member here. What joy-filled message does Spirit wish to share with me? All right. Let's see. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. So the thing is, there's a lot in your life right now that is not bringing you joy, Melissa. There's some drudgery. There's some things you'd rather not have to do. There's some conversations you'd rather not have. And those things do not bring you joy, but you have to do them. And so where's the joy in that, you may ask? The joy in that is the joy that comes from doing what you need to do and knowing you're doing a good job. Find the joy in the fact that you're taking care of business and doing well and doing a good job. Find the joy there. Seriously. All right. Okay. And I love that more and more in this community, there's interaction between all y'all. So it's not just you're here to see me, you're here to talk to each other. And I love that. That makes me so happy. Community building is really my thing, man. That's really the thing that I like to do, that I want to do. And that just makes me so very happy when that can happen. So thanks for that. I appreciate it. All right. Next question. Betty Flesher, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What are some ways I can find more joy in my everyday life? By figuring out what you want. I feel like you've spent so much of your life worried about what other people want and what you have to do that you don't always think about what you want, and you don't always fight for what you want. Think about what you want, know what you want, fight for what you want, and be patient around getting it, and you will get it. You will absolutely get it. And that will bring you joy. Jake, nice to see you. What do I need to hear from Spirit to make my life happier? Fair question. Let's see what we got here. That it's not about your childhood, and it's not about the people around you, and it's not about the things you don't have. And it's not about where you're not. And it's not even about that space of not knowing what you want. That it all comes from within. And it's just like I said in the newsletter. It is not about tomorrow. It's about today. It's about the little things. And it's good for you. You are really trying to take control of your life. You are really trying to figure out what you want to do, how you're going to do it, how you're going to get there. And that's good stuff, and that's going to bring you success, and that's going to bring you satisfaction. But don't let joy wait for that. Have joy in a nice song. Have joy in a nice meal. Seriously. Those things will make your life happier in the meanwhile. Okay, Lisa Harmon, thanks for being a member here, and thanks so much for starting us out with a super sticker. I'm going to ask what almost everyone else is asking. What do I need to do in order to find more joy in my life? Wow, we're seeing a lot of this. This Nine of Cups reversed is like a collective card. And for you, I interpret that, Lisa, as things are not the way you wish they would. They would be. There are things that have happened that you wish didn't happen. This is not what you ordered. Off the menu of life, this is not what you ordered. And we acknowledge that. And so we can't avoid that. We have to acknowledge that. But then you have to find your energy. You have to find your creativity. This is creativity, humor, spirituality. Those things have not been taken from you. Find those things and use them. That will give you more joy in your life. Okay, Betty Flesher, I did a lot of spring cleaning and it definitely brought me joy. Oh, look at you putting together last week's newsletter and this week's newsletter. So good, so good. Okay, Von Ray, so happy to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What can I do to bring a little more joy to my life? And oh my goodness, before I answer that, I just have to say, welcome, 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 Deb Powers. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate you. I'd give you the applause, but oh no, I have the applause. Here it is. Here comes the applause. Welcome, Deb Powers. We appreciate you. All right. Von Ray, I apologize. Thank you for being a member. What can I do to bring a little more joy into my life? You know, I love these cards, but I hate the way they shuffle, honestly. Yeah, see? And it's just the paper that they're on. I am really a good shuffler, really I am. But, yeah, that was a good one. Okay, good. Good. Just a little more challenging, that's all. Okay, Von Ray, what can I do to bring a little more joy to my life? You know, a lot of this is about your work. And, you know, there's your work and there's your side hustle. And you need to move forward in both. And I recognize when we talk about joy, we're very often not talking about our work. But for you, I think it is. It's about moving forward in your regular job and moving forward in your side hustle. And those things will bring more joy to your life, I promise. Hey, Horse Van Dunn, good morning to you. Okay. Horse Van Dunn. So here's a funny thing. And maybe it's because of the cards that Von Ray just got, but when you wrote, how do I manifest more joy? And I read it as how do I manifest more money, which is, take that for what it is. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Horse Van Dunn, how do I manifest more joy? by making more money, seriously. Honestly, though, I think that you are so connected to the earth. You are so connected to the land. This is, it's crystals, it's plants, it's the desert, it's the animals. It's learning about those things. It's communicating about those things. Maybe it's even writing about those things. But just dive in to the things that are already yours and stay away from the controversies you can't do anything about. Really come into your own as the queen that you are. Channel that goddess energy in a way that we can only do when we get to a certain age in our lives. Claim that energy, seriously. Baby cakes, nice to see you. Snails and shells, I love it. Thank you. What should I do to be more positive and happy? Very good. I think you need to do more physical stuff, whether it's dancing or athletics or yoga or something like that. It's more physicality. You need more physicality. You need to laugh more. You need to play more. And you need to recognize that life will always have ups and downs. Don't dwell on the downs. We know they're there. Dwell on the ups. Seriously. Okay. Okay, very good. I'm just scrolling through. Okay. Jake, I had a tarot teacher berate you once for riffle shuffling. Man, that teacher would hate me. I am the queen of the riffle shuffle because the most important part of tarot is that it is random. And the best way to get random is to shuffle well. So I bet that teacher was like really a, what's it called? I lost the word. Lost the word. But the teacher is someone who really believes that the cards have a lot of life, which, we all do. We all give life to our cards to some extent or another, but some amorphize them more than others, I bet you. Okay. You riffle shuffle blasphemous. Damn straight I do. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything there? Okay. No, I think we're good. Okay. Jackie, thanks so much for being a member here. How do I bring more joy into my life? Why do I block the joy? And what do I need to do to allow the joy to flood into my life? That looks like a 3-card spread to me. And here I'm going to riffle, but I'm going to riffle right in front of me because that's easier. But that's what I'm doing here. I'm riffling. So I hope all tarot teachers who hate riffling are now angry. But honestly, and if you don't like to riffle your cards, you don't have to. Everyone gets to choose what's best for them. There's no tarot police. Okay, so Jackie just invented a 3-card spread. Are you ready? This is a lesson in how to invent spreads. Jackie, question 1. How do I bring more joy into my life? Question 2. Why do I block the joy? Question 3, what do I need to do to allow the joy to flood? Now notice, none of these are like really, really joyful cards. And so we could look at that and be like, what? But let's interpret them. How do I bring more joy into my life? 5 of Swords reversed, by remembering it's always a compromise. You know, you never get exactly what you want. It's the Rolling Stones method of joy seeking. You can't always get what you want, but you'll get what you need, and be okay with that. Why do I block the joy? My guess is it's what you were taught when you were a child. It's, you know, I believe you were sort of raised that life is hard and it's just going to be hard and you don't have a right to happiness. I think you were probably raised that way. Or something taught you that. So let's turn that bad boy right side up to bring you joy and celebration and happiness. And what do I need to do to allow the joy to flood into my life? Don't wait for things to be perfect. Do be patient and just wait for it and it will be there. Seriously. All right. That was fun. And that was a little thing about how, you know, we do tarot classes here. This is how we're going to do the tarot classes from now on. I'll probably bring Card Cam over to Zoom as well for the Zoom classes. Probably not for tonight, because that's some technology I haven't figured out yet. But in the long run, we'll probably do Zoom classes that way as well. So there's all of that. Okay. Teresa, this is the best tarot channel. Thank you. And Betty, no other channels interact like you do. That's how I see it, right? And so tell your friends. Okay, Teresa, thank you so much for being a member here. May I have a card about the same question? What joyful message do the cards have for me? Okay. Riffling and pissing teachers off. Thank you for sharing that story, Jake. That makes me happy. I'm such a Scorpio, right? Right? Only a Scorpio would be made happy by that. All right. And Teresa, thanks for using one of the members-only emojis. You weren't the first one to do it, too. So everyone who has used members-only emojis, thank you. Okay. Teresa, what joyful message have the cards for you today? Come out of your anxiety. There's nothing to worry about. You don't need to be anxious. You have friends and don't need to be defensive. And at the end of the day, there is love in your heart and you need to share love and be love and bring love everywhere you go. Because, cue the 1980s song by Tesla, love is all around you. Love is knocking at your door. For anyone who was not coming of age in the 80s, I apologize. But seriously, Teresa, there's the answer. Okay, Gemini Sun, so nice to see you. I do experience much joy in the little things, but I know I can experience way more joy if I stop worrying so much, right? And that was the message for Teresa as well. How can I replace the extra worry with more joy? Okay, so that feels like a 2-card spread. See, this is what I've been doing this whole time, right? Before a card camp. Making up these little spreads, all that. I just never let you see it before. So that feels like a 2-card spread. Actually, it's a 3-card spread. What are you worried about? You're worried about not knowing what you need to know and not having what you're going to need. So not knowing and what not having is what you worry about. How do you release that worry? This jumped out, the star, by being spiritual enough to know that it's all there. Trust spirit. Trust your spirituality. How do you replace that extra worry with joy? By learning to be patient with yourself and asking for help when you need it. How about that? Oh, thank you, Pamela. Glad you enjoyed your message. Ellie Mammon, glad you enjoyed your message. Horse Van Dunn, tomorrow is a powerful new moon in Aries. Yay. Big astrological energy. Okay. Deb Powers. How can I find more joy in my work? What a great question. Well, so the first question I have there is, how do you feel about your work right now? You're really good at your work and your work is secure. So I would say that's how you do it. You find joy by knowing that you're good at it and it's secure. And sometimes it's really stressful and hurtful. And sometimes it's filled with conflict. But you're good at it and it's secure. So that's how you find the joy. Okay. Pamela likes the Tesla reference. I get that you would. I get that you would. I knew that was for someone, right? And Lisa, you also riffles. Very good. Right, there's a lot of love for the riffle here. That's so good. Ooh, Horse Fan Dunn, your birthday is Saturday. That is so good, so good. Oh my gosh. And found Ray yesterday, I was thinking about how my job isn't bringing me the joy I hoped. I'd rather be writing full-time. That really brings me joy. And Deb, you're writing full-time. Cool, cool. Okay, lots of love for the riffle. Pamela's insight. And the answer to all us readers on how to bring more joy into our life, pick up the cards and riffle shuffle. It's a joyful meditation practice in itself. That's true. That's true. Okay, Pamela Lath. Nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emoji. Celebration and joy. The puppies are on the way. Okay, so we're happy about the puppies. But anything else that you have to look forward to awaiting celebration? Yes, some joy having to do with family and the people around you. And some personal healing and transformation. Some changes into what you're expecting for the future in a way that I think would be good. So joy around personal healing and transformation, future plans, and friends and family. Fabulous. Jake, I never went back to that class. Pamela Lath has been a member for 7 months. That's fabulous. Oh, the teacher also told you should never read for yourself. Yeah, I disagree with that too. Yes, yes, yes. Kim Morse, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Oh, Deb Powers, I just got the most joyful message from the universe, y'all. My daughter just signed the papers on her first house. Wow, congratulations. Gene, I definitely enjoyed my message. Great. And yes, happy birthday to Horse Van Dunn. Let's give her a birthday noise. There you go. There you go. All right. From my perspective, I've answered every request here. If I accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. You can see I scroll back and forth. Hey, Aria Wilson. So the questions that we're doing today are about joy. finding joy. So, what does Spirit have to say to you about finding joy in your life? Don't be afraid to look silly. Don't be afraid to go places and do things. And remember to ask friends for help when you need it. Peggy Lou Leven, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What message do you have for me? What joy is heading my way? Ooh, a lot of joy. I think what you're going to see is some physical healing, some nice time spent outside, and some good decisions made. White Magic Wish. Looking for a relationship that will bring you joy and happiness. Yeah, I think it's coming soon, probably over the summer months. Yes. Jake, have you ever thought about doing a shadow version of this? Yeah, I think we absolutely could. You know, I was just reading back over like the past few weeks of my newsletter, and I recognized, and I haven't been in a bad mood particularly, but I recognized I was doing a lot of these are hard times. I think I'm really affected by the war in Ukraine. Well, not as much as the Ukrainians are, but you know, we all probably are. And so that's where I decided to be a little joyful. And next week we're doing something completely different. So there's that. All right, my friends, remember, get your ticket for class tonight. The link is right down there. It's $40 to come to class. You can join us on Zoom. You can join us in person. Then you get unlimited access to the recording of the class. We're doing the minor arcana. Please do join us. I'll be back here tomorrow at noon for the Friday weekly wrap-up. And at some point tomorrow, we're running a little late, but at some point tomorrow, we should have your tarot scopes up for April. So there you go. I want to remind you I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or here in person. You can find the link from that, right here on in the descriptions. And a question from our brand new member, Deb Powers. Let's do that one. Where will I find my greatest joy? Oh my goodness. Home, friends, family, and the support and love from your ancestors. There you go. Oh, and look at this. You know, you said your daughter just got a house, and this is the card of real estate. How cool is that? All right, my friends, thank you so very much. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.